Hello everybody, Lego D's Nuts here, back with another video. This video is just another update video on more figures I have. Most of these are Marvel or superhero based figures, but with some exceptions. Let's get right into it. First, we got Iron Man Mark 1. This is a Mark 1 I made, and they recently, I think, released a set with Mark 1, but decided to make this because I'm not gonna get this set. Probably the Iron Man set. For this I used I think this was from like some sort of Star Wars and thing. For the torso, I just used one of those kind of like armor pieces. Put some brown to kind of add some, to make it look, kind of more makeshift. I don't know what I'm trying to. And for the torso, I just used the Daleks from Doc 2, and a flame piece just went out of his hand. And and his hands I just used dark brown and kind of as a gloves type deal, because it's not completely like metal and whatnot. He's like made it in a damn cave, so you gotta make it look a bit makeshift. So yeah, there you go, Mark 1. Up next is Captain Marvel. I just kind of improved the Captain Marvel that already exists. The old version, not the one from the Captain Marvel Lego set. The pants I just used, for the legs, I actually just used Spider-Man's legs. And from the, I think, Spider-Man Homecoming set I got it from. Actually, I think I got it from the Civil War set, but the thing's the same minifigure as far as I know. And I just kind of did some painting on the arms. Didn't want to use. I've seen people use the Spider-Man arms, but that guy has the webbing on it, and this is Captain Marvel. For the fin, I just used Yondu's fin because the set with Yondu's fin gives you an extra one. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. I think it works for this. And I painted the eyes yellow so it could be a bit different. And yeah, and a lot of these figures aren't really based off a certain thing. Like, I'm pretty sure there are things that are inaccurate with this. There's, inaccurate with the movie and whatnot. But I just wanted to make some figures. It's like all these figures are kind of based. They're kind of like my own interpretation in a way. You get what I'm saying? They're not from the comics or movies, not from based off anything, just kind of what I made. Now this one is a meme. If any of you are fans of Just Too Good, you'll recognize it. But if you're not, you probably won't. This is Lego Danny DeVito. This is from one of his, I think it was a subreddit video he made where someone posted an image saying, my therapist, Lego Danny DeVito isn't real. And it's like Lego Danny DeVito, and it was a really crappy image of Danny DeVito's face that's purple on, for some reason, Yoda, and with the Infinity Gauntlet. So I try to replicate that. It's hard to make Danny DeVito's face on such a dark. You can even see there. It's really crappy looking, but it's the best I can kind of do with the stuff I have. And it's really hard to emulate it on on such a dark purple. And that's what it was in the image. Even though Thanos is a lighter purple, they use darker purple, so and if it looks crappy, I could just say it's because the original image looked crappy, so I could just make that excuse. Now, this next figure, I don't know if I showed this one before, so I'm just gonna show it again. I'm too lazy to look back at my videos. It's Plankton. I used a baby Groot, to make Plankton, to go along with all the SpongeBob characters. And yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. I mean, the painting turned out better than I expected, because usually I'm not that great at painting. If I could just get it up here close, you see, focus. It's focused enough, but that's it. And you can see it compared to Captain Marvel. Like I said, it's really small, but not as small, of Plankton in real life, but Plankton from the show. There you go. This one I know I haven't shown. Made this one recently, and I'm pretty proud of this. It's Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. tail, I just used a what's it called? Rocket Raccoon tail. And the hat, the head, I think the hat, I don't know, the hat's kind of stuck because the paint. I had to paint over a head, and I never liked doing that, but I couldn't find the head that matched the torso color, and also the head doesn't really match it either. I couldn't really make that exact color, that turquoise type. I don't know. It's a weird color, and I think this comes off, but or not. But basically, I just got a head, put a beak on there, and I really like how those eyes turned out. If focus, don't look at my nasty nails. Just I really like how the eyes turned out. I thought it turned out real, and the face too. I put an indent in there. Then I decided to put a bit of white. I think that kind of just adds a bit of personality to the figure. Obviously, it doesn't look good from this side. You know, it only looks good. So, you know, same thing with the Sonic. With all the Sonic minifigures that have, or all the Sonic merch that has the smile to one side, it doesn't look good from the other side. But yeah, there's Perry the Platypus, and on to some builds. This first one is that anime Spider-Woman thing from Spider-Verse. It's kind of my own adaptation of the mech. I'm just gonna move that for now. Insignificant Captain Marvel. You movies sucked ass. But so yeah, but Spider-Verse on the other hand, that was I really enjoyed that film. Now, this it's not accurate to the movie. It's not accurate to the comics. It's kind of a mix of both. I see I put it on the shoulder, a little spider buddy, which is the lady spider. I just painted a spider to make it look, Spider-Man themed. Yeah, I didn't want to just give him a normal spider. And this, obviously, I just used a dome piece from, it's the same one that was used in the Hulkbuster. And you can even see on my Hulkbuster, but I had an older Hulkbuster because I got the newer one and the older one. This one's my custom one. If you haven't seen the video with it, you should go check out my Marvel showcase. It's a long video, but yeah, it's a long video. Nothing else to say. Now, the hood piece comes up, and also there's another piece that also comes up, and the chest kind of opens up to reveal Penny Parker. Now, like, again, this isn't really accurate to the movie because then it would have anime eyes, but this also isn't really accurate to the comics because I have never seen a single comic with her in it, and I don't read comics. I just make the figures. So I try to give her that kind of like schoolgirl clothes that she usually has. I've seen her with. Try to give her a bit of bubble gum in there. I don't know if this face is the best. I don't know if I'm completely, because it makes her look way older than she is. But you could, obviously, I'm going to see how it looks putting the spider buddy, I don't know, in her hand. And yeah, there you go. I don't know much about Penny Parker or the mech. I know that she has a link with a spider that's like a psychedelic link with a spider that's inside the mech, and that's how she controls it. But she also controls it with mechanisms and levers and buttons and shit, like you see in Spider-Verse. So I don't know exactly how this turns out. And this next figure, is kind of an update of older figures. I'm sure my old videos you could see, or my older videos, they're not too old, but you could probably see Groot in there. And so I made some modifications to Groot. And I also made Rocket. So Groot modifications I made. I don't remember how it was last time. I added more of these pieces, which are from the Brickhead, because I had an extra one, so I decided to use. I also added little spikes, kind of, I don't know, just add to the character. And there's a lot of different colors in this, like the normal Groot, the minifigure, the build, whatever you want, has like one consistent, just brown. Same with the minifigure. The Brickhead has a this type color, and this color isn't really in any of them. But I decided to, and the comics usually are consistent, but I decided to mix, kind of see what it looks like when it's mixed with colors. And I personally like how it turned out. Shit. But because, like, if you think about it, like Groot, he's like, the base of him's like a tree and whatnot. But he can also grow vines, which I don't know if trees can grow vines, but I think the vines that grow from him aren't from the specific type of tree that he looks like. So I imagine and he also grew flowers out of his hand. So I think if Groot was real, he'd probably have a whole bunch of different colors in him, to show that he's a combination of multiple plants. And also for the head, I added a bit of green to the tips. If the camera could just focus. Focused enough. You add a little, there you go. Add a little greens to the tip because I recently saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This is what kind of inspired me to improve this. And, and because, Baby Groot has little tips, so, and also add a clip so you can put Rocket. And this is like classic Rocket Raccoon, right? Like, again, this isn't really accurate to the comics or the movies. Kind of my own adaptation, but this is kind of classic Rocket with, darker colors. And I was inspired to do this from, I forget his name, but there was some YouTuber who made Endgame minifigures, and I forget who he was called, but just to know, it wasn't my, kind of original idea, so I don't want to say, oh yeah, I came up with this, thank God for the inspiration, when really I kind of just copied another YouTuber. But if any of you know who I'm talking about, leave it in the comments below. You probably don't. If I find the YouTuber, I'll probably mention it in a later video. And one more figure I want to show before we go is, I don't know if I showed this before, but I made Heavy from, if I take this big ass gun, that's probably inaccurate, Heavy from Team Fortress 2. Crap, the head won't spin. One sec. Sorry, I had to literally take the head off to spin it. But this is Heavy from TF2, and I don't play any TF2. I tried it once, but then never tried it again. You see, and also I forgot to make the gloves fingerless. I did make the little patch there, and I really like how this figure turned out. I used the obviously Axel, right, torso, but this is not specifically Axel. It was actually this. You can see, if I compare it to some other Axel figures I made, you could see the torso. It's a bit chunkier. See how it kind of, lifts a little bit. It's a bit chunkier. The reason that is because when I originally made this torso piece, I used it for Kingpin, right? And now I decided to I think I reused the head as well. Decided to reuse this figure for Kingpin as well, and it made a very, very nice Heavy. I really like how those bullets kind of turn out all aligned. Just use that gold color. It's always nice to use that gold color. It's so shiny. It reflects so well. And so these are, get them all in frame real quick. So yeah, these are all the figures for the update. So I hope all of you lovely people enjoyed today's video. If you did enjoy the video and you want to leave a like, do all the rest of the shit. I'm too lazy to tell you. You probably know what to do, but just do it. And yeah, so have a great day and bye.